Okay, friends, I'm going to try this again. I just did an entire 10-minute video to come here and share with you guys, and I never did the screen share to show you what it is I came to show you. So we're going to do this again. Okay, so I was trying to figure out what the best way was going to be to show you the units page on my new team page, or it's actually a group page. And I figured this might be the easiest and the most effective way to do it. So first things first, I want to tell you that I did not edit my current page. I actually did create a new group page. So that's an option for you. I did that because I have OCD and I just wanted a clean slate. So you have the option to either create a new one, and while you're building all of your units, you don't really have anybody in there except maybe a couple of your leaders. Or you can edit the current page that you have. If you're going to do that, my suggestion is to create some sort of Facebook banner up here that says page under construction, and let everybody know that you're going to be creating these units, because everyone that you add to whatever, anytime you do something in there, it's going to go in your discussion. So people are going to be like, what is going on? There's a lot happening. So before I added anybody really to this new group page, I would say a good 90% of it built or completed before I allowed them in. Once I did that, I emailed everybody and said, well, I also put it on my old group page, and I emailed them, hey, this is the link to the new page, head on over. So I did this again because I have OCD. I needed a clean slate. I wanted a page that was somewhat self-sufficient. And what I mean by that is, and the old way to do files was you put a file in a file and there was no rhyme or reason. There was no way to organize it. It was just there. And then you had albums. So if I had a file that had images attached to it, they went in two different places, and it drove me absolutely crazy because there was no good way to put them together. Well, with units, that really fixes all of that. It puts everything in one place. So I'm going to let you know that I do have a lot of units. You can do this however you want. I view a unit as a chapter in a book. So if someone asks on this page, or they send a text message, or I'm training a new consultant, I can tell them to please head over to the Grit and Grace group page and find the unit relative to the question that they are asking. So the first thing I'm going to show you is that for onboarding, for new consultants, I needed something. So this is where it starts. They come here, I have sponsors tag their new team members, and it talks all about it. It gives them the links to how we do our Zooms. Jilly Sue has a new consultant video that I use. And while I'm mentioning her, I should also mention that just as I opened this page and I had all of my units for the most part in order, I had the topics I wanted. I was having a conversation with Jill and Callie, and it came out that Jill does her group page exactly the way I wanted to do it. And she actually allowed me in there to copy some of her information and to see how it is she did it. And it was exactly the vision I had for this page. So some of the information did in fact come from her. When you see these cute little emojis and stuff like that, those are Jilly Sue's. And I can't thank her enough for that, because it allowed me to complete the setup of this page faster. Plus, it's always good to have a different perspective. Like, I'm one person, so the information I'm sharing is whatever I've come across or learned in my own experiences. So I believe when we all come together, we can collaborate. When we collaborate, we have growth. When we have growth, we have a stronger business and just a stronger, sticky community. So there we go. Jilly Sue really gave me a lot of inspiration. So back to the units. Okay, actually, I'm going to skip that part first. I'm going to go to albums. So I don't have a ton of albums. Like, these are ones that people will just post in the discussion, which I wish this never looked like this because this drives me nuts. But it is what it is. That's how Facebook does it. But if you were to come here and click on albums, everything that I put in here has an album. I love this because I can, people can come here and they can read Facebook banners. Let's see what's in there. Harvest Collection 2019. Like, this banner, or this album cover tells you what's inside this album. So if you don't need to know about a shipping chart or fundraisers, you don't need to go into those albums. Now, this is the one I want on the first page, but every time I try to move it, it moves back. And this is the Leaders album. And I created this because we collectively came together to create a group page. Now, years ago, as people promoted to director, they really wanted to go out and they wanted to do their own things, which on one hand is good because you want to build a relationship with your team. On the second hand, I don't really love it because I do believe there's strength in numbers. And when we collaborate, I already told you guys, I think that it makes our businesses stronger. So after reunion, I went to my leaders and I said, hey, what do you guys think about this? This is my idea. Would you like to be a part of this and add your groups? Now, they all said yes, but that does not mean that all of their teams are in here. That's up to them. But in any event, so what I did was I took their pictures, did, where they're from and all that, and then each leader wrote their own bio. I like this because, again, not everybody that's coming into this page knows who the Canadian leg of this team is. Well, I see some leaders did not fill out their bio. They need to come in here and do it. I also like it because, let's face it, we don't always connect with our upline or our downlines. And somebody could come in here and read somebody else's bio and be like, oh, her story sounds similar to mine. I really want to reach out to her. So that's why I have the leader album with their little bio. Now on to units. If you're not familiar with units, and I'm talking about something that you don't understand, feel free to ask me a question later. But you do have to change it into your group settings. Let's see if I can show you or not. So when you go into group settings, you need to change it to a social learning if you're going to start creating units. That's where it's at. Then here's where you want to figure out what comes first. And when they come to your page, do you want them to see the discussion or do you want them to see the units first? I want them to see the discussion. I want the most current and relevant information on the front page, because the units are like a chapter in a book. They can simply go into the book and find the chapter that they need. So for me, discussion is first. Okay, let's go over and take a look at the units. This is how you create a new unit. Now, I believe that units are always going to be in the process of being made, because as we come across more ideas and different things come out, we're going to add to those units. So again, units I love because everything's in one place. So I have a link here. We have documents. We have videos in here. We have images. Like, it's not all over the place. So let's see. Here's a, well, I don't know why I did that. Oh, because it's putting it down here. So it opens the Frank list right down here. If they want to know about new consultant awards, it's right in here. Oops, hang on. Sorry about that. Can't scroll. You get what I'm saying. It allows you to, under new consultants, you can put links to a training. You can put helpful documentations in there or documents. You can do all sorts of things and have it all in one place that's relevant to a new consultant. We have new consultants. We have hostess coaching. We do rapid fires. So those links from YouTube are in here. And it'll tell you like what each video is about. And then there's a description into them. Fundraising, reinstated consultants, Facebook parties. I need more information here. So if you have any images for Facebook parties, I would love to see them. I also created one for must-have apps for your business, starter kits, Disney, customer care and follow-up, hosting and parties, samples and monthly mailers, inspiration and self-help. See, you'll see that some of these only have one thing in them. And that's because we can add to them at any point. Getting connected with new consultants. Oh, I keep hitting them. Sensei sponsored events. Prospecting, recruiting, and sponsoring. Fill your calendar. Prefecting your presentation. Follow-up. The power hour. Compensation plan and promotions, definitions, and then I just added this today, miscellaneous business tools and docs. So that's where I'm at right now. I hope that this video made sense and that it helped. I didn't really know what other way to do this other than to just show it to you. So let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.